we begin to shape the horse himself. Now you want to keep this as flat as you can right here. You don't want to do too much, but then you can also work with it without shaping it, like I said. And we begin, in fact, let's just shape the legs. I know where it's at. Shape the legs like this. Bring them down. This is a wonderful shaping project that people can do that just is very good, but you have to be very careful of the, now this is sugar pine, so you got to be real careful of the grain of this thing. This is a good shaping project for anybody that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and come up here, and we're going to bring this part of the horse down on both sides. And you just sort of take and you shape this area down like in here, and bring this and look at your piece. Now, one thing we want to do is to come up here in the ears, and we want to go ahead and separate them now, okay? We want to go ahead and separate the ears, just like that. We want to separate them now so that we don't get too far gone. I hope everybody is doing well. This is a kind of a rainy day. We've been having droughts here in Texas, but this is just not a drizzle day, as we might possibly say here in Texas. And we got a yelping dog. Oh gosh. You ever had one of those dogs that just won't shut up? Oh man. Just keeps, I mean, barks at anything. He bark if a leaf blows across the road. I mean, he starts his weed up, and then dogs just they go crazy, they go nuts. See, it's just a matter basically of shaping this thing. And you just go all the way around this thing, and you start taking wood off and shaping it, and now you can use a bigger knife than I am. My knife is not that big. I get a splinter? No, I guess not. This is like a 3D carving, and it really is in a lot of ways. It is three-dimensional, but it also is like a relief carving as well. But you see how I move from side to side with this? From each side you move, and you sort of get that dimension the way you want it. Okay. Everybody, I think, knows by now I went to Kentucky. Had a wonderful time with my son and my grandchildren. Grandchildren are such a blessing from the Lord. They are. I know my grandchildren are going through a lot right now because of the divorce that my son did not want, but today, whether you want it or not, it's there. You know, with no fault divorce now. People just divorce, and they don't have to have a reason, so. Okay. Okay, let's come back here, and we want to watch our grain back here, okay? Because you want to watch your grain, make sure you don't push things, especially with the sugar pine, especially with this stuff. There's an area in here that you, like right here, you want to be careful. And you turn around and you go the other way. So, and when I get the legs down, then I'll just put the hoofs on them. I didn't really have to do the hoofs that quick, in other words. So, all right, we're beginning to get this thing shaped out. Come down here, get this we'll go ahead and go to the bottom here and get our stirrups taken in. And we keep working on this. As you can see now, this is our saddle. Excuse me, I said seat, but it's saddle. You want to be careful. Just kind of shape that a little bit because the piece is going to fit on there. Now this rein that we have here, I don't know if that's the proper term for it. We want to bring that down quite a bit. We want, almost like the tail, we want to bring it down quite a bit where it's thinned up, in other words. Now if you want to draw a center line down the center of your piece, you certainly can. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just work it down to where I want it because Alright, well we got it down pretty good here. And let's go ahead and come back here with our thing. And come down here. And let's make a little cut right in there to make these see that right there? Make that kind of Alright, now look. As we look at our piece here, kind of getting, you see, okay, now this is going to have to come back a little bit more on this because it is in the way, just no problem. Okay, we're just going around just shaping it, see? Already it's beginning to look better. Look more like a horse. And we want to come up here. Let's see if I can show you this. And we want to make a cut in between our ears there. Here, let me do it right. This, there we go. Alright. Hope I'm not boring you. This is just kind of a this is a shaping project then that we're doing. And okay, I think that nose is about I've done enough on it. Now, what I want to do is take my pencil, and we want to, this is going to be a little bit tougher in here, but what we want to do is to separate those legs. And I'm just going to draw from this point and just separate them a little bit, just like that. Now, you can do one of two things. You can use your V-tool, or you can use your knife. I'm just going to go ahead and use my knife, but you got to be careful, okay? Let me get my V-tool. This, I think, calls for your V-tool. And let me use it to get it started. Let's put it that way. Okay, there's my V-tool. Let me just get it started. Let's see. Take your V-tool, and you get up underneath there with, see that you can, so much easier to get up underneath there with your V-tool. You're just going to separate those legs a little bit. That's all you're going to do. Yeah, V-tool is ideal for that because it's just not feasible to try to get your knife up underneath there. And we're going to go ahead and redraw our hoofs because it's getting down, and we're going to cut them. Now this is going to be just completely round. This is see there? See? When we get down, we can bring our hoofs down, and we can even separate those a little bit back here. Trying to get into the camera and all that stuff. And then you can take your knife and you can kind of open that up in there. You don't have to go all the way through. You don't want to do that. You just want to get enough where it looks like the legs are separated. That's all. That's all. Now, do you have to do it at the bottom? I am going to do it. I'm going to do it at the bottom, even though I'm going to come this far, even though I don't have to do that. Now, you can use your knife for this if you want to. You can actually use your knife. It was just underneath there. See? There we go. See, that pops right out there. You don't have to do this. You can actually leave the bottom where it's not necessarily like that, but that's if you want to. It's not a have to or whatever. But I like to do it. I like to, you know, kind of. And then you can take your V tool and you can just kind of dig into there. Let's see. That's the that grain on that sugar pine. It wants to shove me right there. Those legs are kind of tough. Okay. So, yeah, see, to get underneath that tail, you have to use a V-tool. You have to. Okay. Let's kind of shape this over here and then go across at the top like this, also where the hoofs are. So it's very simple. It's not a